What's up guys, so today you join me from the driver's seat of a 2002 Peugeot 106 Quiksilver. Now I want to base this review around a young person's point of view. If I was 17 and I was jumping into my first car, now these are a 1.4 75 brake horsepower engine. They are mated to a 5-speed manual transmission, and this one obviously is finished in silver, being a Quiksilver edition. Now first jumping in this car, I sort of slightly forgot what these were like to drive. I sort of grew up around the 106s and these Saxos when they were big, when they were really in and people wanted the VTSs and the GTIs. So this was a car that people lusted for when they were 17. But jumping in, I've straight away reminded myself of the pedal configuration of this car. The actual pedals themselves are so far left that if you do have any bigger shoes on than the ones that I'm wearing right now, everything sort of touches each other. But that's a good old French quirk of these 106s. Now this is James's car, he's 17 and he's paying £1,300 for insurance, which I think isn't too much. That's all mods declared without a black box. Now, I've never actually driven a car with a black box, but if that's your only option when you're 17 and you need relatively cheaper insurance, then the black box is probably the way to go. But thankfully this one hasn't got a black box, so we can enjoy the car and enjoy being 17 with a bit of Ali G on in a McDonald's car park. Now this one has got a couple of modifications done to it. It has a GTI interior, which is actually really comfortable. This one also has VTR wheels on it. It has a Peugeot gear knob that spins as you change gear. It has a custom exhaust system to give it a bit more sound. It's also lowered at the front with 60mm springs. Now, it's not lowered at the back at the moment, and there's a very good reason for that. These are actually torsion bars, and if you don't know what a torsion bar is, basically it's the devil's work is what it is. And to lower a 106 at the back, I've been there, I've sat there, played around with some of my mates' VTRs, VTSs and GTIs to get them lower, and it's a bloody nightmare. But if you were a 17-year-old and you were jumping in this car, I think you would find it very easy to drive. It's very comfortable in here. Although the pedals are close together, they're easy to find. The clutch is nice and soft. You wouldn't find the bite point too hard. But I think generically, if you're going to get in any 106, they're going to be completely different from the last one you've driven. Each one has had a very fruitful or very nice life, you don't really know. Yeah, going McDonald's there, yeah? See you later, mate. So I'd say as a starting car with these, they're very good. If you're able to get them at 17 with £1,300 insurance a year, with all mods declared, I think you're winning. Even 5 or 6 years ago, I was seeing people paying £3,000 to £3,500 to insure their 106s at 17. So to have this at 1,300 quid at this day and age is pretty good. Now let's talk safety. These 106s unfortunately do fold in crashes. It's a French thing, they all do it. Gear knob just came off in my hand. Running costs wise, you're getting around 30 mpg in one of these, which isn't too bad. James said he's paying around £20 to £30 a week just to drive this car around, so I don't think that's too bad. Your tax is going to be quite cheap, and of course if your insurance is only 1,300 quid for the year, you're definitely winning in this car. Now I do remember the fact that you can blip these 106s very well, so third gear will drop into second. Oh yeah. That's not what it's all about. These cars are a bloody good laugh to drive. You can get all your mates in the back, they've got a big boot, they're cheap to run, and if you can insure it for next to nothing, they're completely worth it. I have very fond memories in 106s. When I was growing up, everyone seemed to have a 106 or a Saxo. They were doing bits to it, they had GTI conversions, VTS conversions, all that sort of good stuff. And it's a shame because these days you don't see much of them. And to find a prime example, very nice, low mileage, 106 GTI these days is very hard to come by, and I've wanted to do one for the channel for a very long time, just because I remember the best years of my driving experience have been in hot hatches like that, and this sort of symbolises that. At 17 years old, if you can jump into something relatively iconic as this, all right, the stigma comes with it that you're a chav and you go to McDonald's and you do things with underage girls or whatever. These things are so much fun to drive, and until you have a bit of fun in one, you'll never quite get that. And I think, let's be honest, keeping one of these on the road versus going to get a new Corsa on finance, I know what I'd rather be doing. So there we have it, guys, a young driver's point of view, review, say, of this 106 Quiksilver. Now, leave a comment below in the comment section. I want to know your insurance costs if you have a 106 or a Saxo. I want to hear in the comment section what you're paying, and I want to know your thoughts on a 106 as a first car. Although this one is cheap to insure, I have heard many horror stories, so leave a comment below. I want to hear yours. So as I absolutely love life down a B road in this cheeky little French hot hatch, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, share and subscribe for more car reviews, and I'll see you all on the next video. Cheers, guys.